Hello, everyone. So, I have been doing a couple of personal readings here and there, and one of my clients had a very interesting question, which I feel like a lot of us have this question. If you are a chosen one, a star seed, a way shower, a light worker, why is your life so difficult? Why do you have to go through so many obstacles and challenges? Why do so many people come into your life and betray you? And people try to do black magic on you, all these types of things. If I'm such a powerful being, if I'm a divine being, why do I have to go through all of these things? And it was a very triggering question for me. It actually made me cry for a very, very long time because this is something that I've questioned spirit about too, and I've gotten the answer. And even though I know why we go through this, it does not exempt us from the pain and the suffering and the, I'm going to call it anguish involved sometimes with having to go through these things. So, because look at that's confirmation. Star seeds, light workers, way showers, these are old souls, okay? When we come into this incarnation, we have a reason and a purpose, and that is to transmute karma, to elevate consciousness, and to learn how to teach other people to do this. Because of this, we have to go through certain challenges, experiences, things that push us right to the edge of ourself. Okay? I mean, I remember years ago walking down the street with my son, and I was going through a dark night of the soul. I had experienced another betrayal, and I was like, God, why do I have to, keep going through this? Just let me know if there's anybody in my life that does not need to be there. Let me know who they are. And Spirit told me everybody. I mean, I literally stopped in my tracks when I was like, everybody? Everybody? And he actually meant that. And I'm saying he just to keep it in context here. But Spirit actually meant what they said to me because I have had to cut everyone off. There's only a handful of people in my family that I communicate with, two of my uncles, a couple of my cousins, but I've had to cut off my immediate family, my father, both of my sisters, my brothers. One of my brothers is autistic, so I didn't cut him off, but he's not a part of my life because of the connections that he has with my sister and my father. Now, this was not easy for me to do, but they have chosen the path of toxicity. They have chosen the lower path, and I've chosen the higher path. So we're not an energetic match. And as long as I keep these people in my life, these ex-friends that I've had to cut off, my family, I'm not going to be able to move to the next level. My purpose for being here is a lot grander than trying to people please, trying to fit in to a family dynamic that does not accept me, trying to appease other people because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or make them feel some type of way. I've gotten to the point where I've gone through so much betrayal and so much heartache where I'm like, fuck them. And I mean that with so much love and so much respect, but they cannot be in my life, just period. I just recently went through a betrayal, and it was one of the worst betrayals that I could have ever experienced because this is somebody, a family member that I thought was in my corner, that I thought had my back, that I thought was one of the people in my life that I can trust. And she turned out to be one of the people that I needed to have out of my life immediately. It happened very quickly, like within 2 months of us kind of connecting and, me telling her how I'm learning how to be vulnerable, I'm learning how to trust. She had an agenda the whole time to fuck me over. And it didn't get to the point where, I was completely messed up, but it was painful nonetheless because this was somebody that I thought I could trust, that I thought was really on my side. And we this was the information I was giving to my client. We have to go through these things in order for us to ascend. These situations happen because they trigger our healing, which is one of the main purposes why we're here. If we're going to help heal humanity, we first have to heal ourselves. And that means getting real with ourselves. That means cutting out toxicity in any way, shape, or form. If it's in somebody else and it's affecting our energy, it has to happen, because these people don't give a fuck. They're in a low vibration. They don't care. All they are concerned about is consuming your energy and propping up their ego. So we have to be mindful of that. We don't accept fake fucking apologies. We do not allow these people to continue to violate our boundaries, continue to torment us and bully us. We have to learn how to say no. And we have to not be afraid to go through any residual pain or grief that is inevitably going to happen when you cut people out of your life, especially people that have been in your life for a long time and you've been falling for their illusion. And it happens because if you're a light worker, you're a way shower, chosen one, you're not a perfect person, but God sees your heart. You have a very kind and loving heart, and you want the best for people. These people do not. And it's all about you respecting yourself, honoring yourself, and calling your power back and making sure that you're keeping your energy in check so that you can do the work that you came to this planet to do. Now, it's never going to be easy to cut off family, I mean, if they've hurt you so much, it might be something that you want to do. But even after you cut them off, you're still going to grieve. You're still going to have, that emptiness that they once filled. But remember that it was an illusion. It was fake. It was a projection. It was them mirroring you and your good heart and your kind and loving energy. These people are empty fucking souls, and they don't have any compassion. They have no empathy because they're unhealed. And the sooner you can accept that, the easier it is going to be to move through any heartache and loss that occurs when you have to make these kind of decisions. But I'm encouraging you, just like I was encouraging my client, to be strong, to be courageous, to go through anything you need to go through in order to move yourself to the next level away from these people. And you might suffer. Don't be afraid of suffering. It's a part of the human experience. Cry, grieve, get that emotional release so that you can keep it moving. But do not lower your standards. Do not allow people to continue to violate you in any way, shape, or form. Respect yourself, honor yourself. And if it is a family member, so the fuck what? I mean, I'm to the point where I don't care if we came out of the same pussy. I don't care if we grew up together. None of that shit. If you're toxic, if you're low vibrational, you cannot be in my life. Period, point, motherfucking blank. And that's the attitude that I feel a lot of people need to have, as opposed to being afraid of what's going to happen when you don't have these people in your life. It's actually going to improve. That's what's going to happen. All right? So I know this message might have been all over the place, but I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.